don't know if you can see that in the background, but there's a field full of pick your own pumpkins. Orange ones, white ones. I know my dad grows green ones. So I was just thinking about what we could have a little chat about today, and I sort of thought, well, perhaps it'd be nice to discuss about what happens when you get new folks coming on to boating, or very interested in doing something with boats. We get a lot of that going on when people come into the channelry, and they will one of the first questions they might ask actually is, what's it like living on a boat, and is it really cold in the winter? Well, actually it's very, very pleasant living on a narrowboat, and even in the winter you can still keep them nice and toasty with your heating systems, whether it be a multi stove or a multi-fuel burner, I should say, or a diesel heater of some kind. There's certainly no problem in that score. Obviously water can become a bit of an issue if pipes freeze up and things like that, so you do have to think about rationing with your water. But I normally go through quite a process with boaters as they come in, and one of the things that I suggest to them to do initially, before they go ahead and think about buying a boat, is to either go on have a cruise on the day boat, excuse me, or you know, you could go for a little weekend out on a hire boat or something like that, just so you can get the feel of it. You can then, of course, progress from there, and people often do. You can then go on to the shared ownership boats these days, where you may get about 12 individual parties taking a share of a boat for a month, and that's quite a nice cheap way of going out boating, and then you share the responsibilities of all the bills, of course, whether it be the mooring or painting or a new engine and that sort of thing. That is a very good way of going out boating. And of course, the older the boat is, probably the cheaper the share is, so it becomes quite affordable for a lot of people. And then of course you get the question of you know, how much does a boat cost? Well, that is a big question, because obviously the older the boat, generally the cheaper the boat will be. So there is quite a scale in that. I mean, we've had boats coming into our yard, and they've spent $250,000 on them, brand new boats. Or you can get boats perhaps spend about 5,000 on them. So yeah, you know, it's sort of that's quite a long piece of string, that one. It's just about basically buying something that you can afford. But the older the boat, morning.
Sorry about that. I just swung.
It's all right. Yeah. So the older the boat, the more chance and the more likelihood you've got of needing to spend money on it at some point, because, like everything, things wear out. So yeah, it's just a few thoughts there if you are thinking about going out on a hire boat, or you know, buying one, or and that. Of course, I mentioned in a previous log that I bought Stealthy from new, and I was a big part in with the design work on it, and you know, I've never looked back. I spent a lot of time considering how I wanted the boat, and it's it's well worth doing that, because you really need to get that sorted before you go ahead. Because once you do go ahead with having a boat fitted out, then if you decide to change your mind and you want to alter layouts and things like that, of course, you know, that sort of thing costs money, because it means the fitter is going to have to backtrack. So it's really good to put a lot of time and thought into what you want out of a narrowboat. Anyway, we're continuing on now, the Trent Mersey, heading up towards the potteries. Not the best of days. There's a good likelihood that we're going to get rained on, but that's boating for you. You have to take the good with the bad. So just to give you a little idea of what this water coming out of this little channel is, it's a bywash. So it's basically excess water from the next level from the lock, and it's sort of not required, so it sort of goes over a channel and then bypasses the lock, hence keeping the balances of the canal all nice and in order. Quite a feature of the Trent Mersey canals, where we have these steps leading up to the lock. The locks are quite often quite deep on this canal. This time, whilst we're waiting for the lock to fill up, I thought I'd show you some shots of when we crossed over on the Bristol Channel from Sharpness to Portishead, and it was a journey of about 4 hours, and it was probably one of the highlights of our boating. It was such an enjoyable experience. It really was. And you can't go out. It has to be like a force 3 or less, which actually is just a gentle breeze. But in these shots here, it just shows you how we go across. We go across with a Dutch barge, and then we go under the motorway bridges, and yes, eventually we end up in Portishead, where we lock up and spend the night in the marina. What a brilliant experience it was.